This is a story about two men, $1,000 budget, some marketplace bargains, the crazy boats that they built to drive across to a tropical paradise island that used to be called the Island of Death, where zombie apocalyptic monster-looking people used to live, but now sharks do. Enjoy the show. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
And they're out.
Rightio, continuing on with the steering. To get my steering wheel, came with the boat into the boat and steer the jet unit. That's the, as I showed you earlier, the jet ski gooseneck, I guess you call it. So on the back of it, it's got the bit that actuates the cable. So I've made this piece here to sit up under the dash, because the dash is only 2.5 mil. So this is 4, it's gonna be nice and strong. It bolts up under the dash so you don't see any of this. There'll be a hole in here for to grab the cable, so it can go across. So when you turn, it pulls the cable back and forward, just like the handlebars used to. I've machined up this piece, and I've actually, you can see in there, I machined up a little nylon bush, so it runs on the nylon face there, and nylon bush in there, so it all steers really nice and smooth now. And you can actually get it so there's a little bit of resistance on it, so it's I don't know, you may possibly be able to let go of the steering wheel. Hopefully it's enough just to hold the jet unit straight. We will see. I don't know, not sure exactly how they work. So there we go, it's all in, steers, does everything it should. So I got things pulled apart again here. I was a little bit slap happy with the rattle gun, and I snapped a couple of flower bolts off in the crank. But I got them out, that's all sorted. Just making up a bit for the universal there. It's really easy to work on, easy to get at. I've done some more sheet metal up here obviously, and the dash. So that's the steering unit that I showed you guys, so that turns nice. The cable and everything is all up inside there. So cable will run down to the back of the nozzle. That's my seat. Gotta get some kind of padding on that, and yeah, shit it in. So that puts all the strength back from that I cut out taking seats. Obviously got sheet metal that goes along down to there yet. It fills in those sides, and then there'll be sheet metal from here that'll go along the edge here, round and collect that back piece that the jet unit it was all welded to. Gotta take that thing out. I don't know what that was. Some kind of archaic steering, I guess. So yeah, moving forward. Whoa, gee Willy Wonka's good. What's going on here, mate?
Well, we saw we had some issues being back heavy.
Yeah, we did, yep. In your swimming pool.
So, built 2 pontoons, some spaghetti arms to hold it on, and hopefully that'll keep the back up out of the water.
Oh, it definitely looks like it's going to, doesn't it?
No, it should do.
It looks wild.
There's a bit going on.
Yep. Definitely going to fix your buoyancy issues, I think.
I just hope they don't drag in the water. Is the only issue.
Well, you
think
think
have them low enough that enough water's being displaced. But then obviously the lower they are, the more it's going to be in the water.
And you think it might slow you down a bit?
Possibly.
Well,
end up with 2 tanks that keep slapping each side.
better be slowed down than at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere at the bottom.
No. So, oh well, it's looking good, Gibbo. It's wild. So we've got 2 more legs to go, and then what? Another buoyancy test, maybe.
Probably.
Maybe. Except it won't fit through your fence into the pool anymore.
Nah, so we're gonna go into the real water.
Whoa, shit. We're sharks in that. We'll find somewhere safe. Well, it's looking good, Gibbo. Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, the pods are on, Gibbo. Ready for water test number 2? Yep, a few comments about your buoyancy. We were already underway. We've got pods on the back there. What's inspired the bar work, mate?
Sometimes it's a helicopter. Sometimes it's a Baja truck.
Childhood memories.
Yeah. All the toys I wanted in one.
Yeah, it's wild. It's cool. Righto, let's go test it out, eh? Right, we've got a bit bigger than the swimming pool this time. Gibbo's got his pontoons on.
Yep.
And, oh, look at the confidence. He's all about the stability now. How much better is it, Gibbo?
Much better. Look at that.
It sits a lot better in the water. Yep.
Last one went low.
Out here on the lake. And there you go.
Try and see.
So for all the people suggested the pontoons, you're right. It's fixed the problem. And hopefully they don't drag. I think they'll be out of the water up on the plane, Gibbo.
I hope so.
Oh, look at that, mate. Just another day in paradise.
Push me right out.
No, you stay there. Don't go in the water again. Look at Gibbo's sleeve. Keep going. Out of the water. Right, Gibbo, hang on, buddy. Sorry, buddy.
Ship shape.
How did it feel, Gibbo?
Yeah, it was rad. Slow, but rad.
Don't know, that's as fast as I can go. I'm in 4 feet. Righto, so I've moved on to the other end of my steering. Nozzle, little heim joint. Got a cable. Gibbo bought a tiller for his forward controls for his outboard, and he didn't need this cable, and I'm gonna make it work. So it doesn't have a threaded end, it's got a little cup, so I've had to make a bracket to go on to hold the cable in the right spot. That clips on there, and that holds in there. And before I weld that onto the transom, obviously I've got to seal my cable in the hole. Yes, I made the hole bigger, but it only just fits that bit there. So I've been thinking about this for a while, what to do. I got this rubber, I don't know, thing, whatever you want to call it. So that'll obviously seal on the cable, because when you're sitting, this bit will be underwater. On the plane it won't be. So that end there, we'll just clamp over the cable, which is pretty common for a cable on any boat. This end here I'm going to cut back, and I'm going to make because I've got to weld the other bracket to hold this on there. Once I do that, I can't get in here anymore, so I'm going to machine up a piece of aluminium. I can't get around there, the back side of weld anyway, but I can get on the other side of the transom. So I'm going to machine a piece of aluminium that I can drill this hole out a bit, poke it through, weld the other side so it seals, and then comes out and then steps down to a size that I can work with here, so I can clamp that on. It's a bit of stuffing around, but then that'll clamp the cable, so that should stop any water getting in the cable hole. Obviously on a jet unit, the way it's all housed, there's bulkhead fittings in the hull of the jet ski, so I don't have that luxury. So it's one little problem I've got to sort out. If a tight budget wasn't such a thing and time, you'd probably just get this cable made with a threaded bit in the right spot and just butt the thread up there. But I did go to the cable shop today, but they don't make them, they buy them in, so they couldn't supply me with one that's exactly the right throw and distance that I needed. So I've got to go to plan B. Righty-o, so that's my little fitting. See how we can zoom in here. There we go, lip on the end, so hose doesn't slip off. That's my little booty. It's hot, so I won't put it on yet. It goes down, and that goes down to the cable. So that will seal the cable up that runs through and that hole. And on the other side of the transom, down there, you can see I've welded right the way around to make it nice and sealed. So then, blue cable right through there, all sealed, no dramas at all. Put my little bracket on for the steering, and the steering will be done. As soon as that cools down, we'll put it back together. Rightio, so welded that on there. That's my little holder bracket, my seal, a bit we went through all that. There, steering, clevis. Hit a gibbo. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful to watch? That's my jet nozzle. There you go, steering done, throttle done. Now cooling system, bilge pump. Show them what the problem you've run into, Gibbo.
So we're doing the steering, but as the shaft comes out, donk.
Because someone turned their boat into a jungle gym on the back, it fails with a few things. Yeah. So
Right.
what's the plan here?
We're going to cut this section out because it's going to be too difficult to try and notch that on the machine.
Yep.
So we're going to cut that out, notch it, burn it back in.
Finish your steering first, then put it back in, yeah? Yeah. Good. Nah, that's the only problem we can see. That's so far so good. Pretty fancy little armature Gibbo's made up there.
Saved himself $60.
Yeah, didn't buy it. He's made that. Keep in budget.
Can't half tell.
Yep. Alright, hack her off, Gibbo. So the motor doesn't fall off, eh? Action shot. Oh, I was under a bit of pressure. Hey, Gibbo. Look at him with all that lock. Hey? Gibbo, what's worse than lobsters on your piano? Crabs on your organ. What's going on here, Gibbo?
Just finishing up the steering.
Oh, yep, beautiful. Look at that steering wheel.
Hey?
Yes, he is. Free Peel been asking. He is going to sit in that little crazy thing and steer like a car.
Yep.
Lock to lock. Look at that.
All down here, ready to mount.
So you got your wheel in there. Handlebars are long gone. You got a car seat. And what have you done down the back here?
What do we have to do? So we had the section. This was a headache.
Someone got a little bit excited with their bar work.
The bar work.
Yeah.
Didn't plan it out
Look how that
beforehand.
thing twists through that smoke. Isn't that beautiful?
Poetry in motion.
Yeah, it's nice.
Poetry.
So you've got your tiller over here. I don't know if we've done that, covered that bit yet.
I think so.
So yeah, where's that going to mount? Somewhere there, external.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
And
Not
that,
enough room on the
so
inside.
now that throttles and gets you in and out of gear.
Yep.
Yeah. Electric trim works too, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only hard part now will be start.
Show us how you're going to start it, Gibbo. Ding a ding 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 ding.
Having trouble?
We're going to put a longer cable on it and a little loop to hold it. And that's going to be hilarious. Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Well, hopefully it's easy to start over your head like that. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so last piece of the puzzle for the cooling system. It was a bit I was dreading actually. Welding to the dirty old tinny upside down in between the trailer. A skin fitting that I had to make. So I've made a bit of tube, machine it down and take the hose. It's really hard to get arms and helmet and everything under it. Probably should have taken the engine out and flipped the boat over, but it's alright, I got there in the end. It's just a bit tricky. So I've welded all that up. Obviously the best thing to do there is make sure it's clean. I don't think there's any pinholes, hopefully not. And then that can go to the water pump. Right, so cooling system. Up the skin fan, into the pump, unblocked off and mounted to the bottom. Out the pump there, into a check valve. That way I can stop it and leave it with water in the motor. Got a T there, got my hose so I can flush the salt water out of the engine with fresh water when we get home. I will give the poor old Holden motor some sympathy. We'll wash it out, might be a good boat. And to here, up to here into our modified water pump, into the engine, out the top, out the skin fitting, out the telltale outside the boat. Sounded complicated before, but when it's all in there, it's pretty easy. And then I've moved along to the exhaust. So there's our exhaust system. It just comes out of the manifold there, up, down, and out the back. So no real technical stuff to that. Just get the exhaust out of the boat so it doesn't make anything hot.
Yeah, move that hose properly.
Give it a try, eh?
Alright.
Everyone's like, what the fuck? That's Gibbo's first power drive. Here he goes. Yeah, fuel tank thing. Oh, Jesus. There we go, Gibbo's away.
And they're out.
So we're out here on the lake. The 6-on-a-hold motor is hot because it revs its ring out to move. Here comes Gibbo. Gibbo, how was your first drive? Did you take on any water, Gibbo?
Yeah, we're a little damp. We're a little damp. The pods spray a fair bit of water up at me.
Hang on, I'm zipping around. Other than that, it was very enjoyable.
Wasn't it? That was
Yeah, something we built. Just cruising around out here in the water. First time then they worked, pretty much. Yeah, it was the first time in the water with the engines on.
Yeah, first time under their own power.
Other than your boat float in the pool, that's first time in the water for this one. We had a little issue, we pushed the drive shaft out on the boat ramp, but we fixed that with a zippy tie. And yeah, it's other than gearing, mate, I'm pretty sorted, but I don't know how long this poor thing will last at that kind of RPM. It doesn't sound confident, but she's not too hot. It's not really breathing or anything. My steering's quite difficult too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've got about like 5 millimeters of like movement in the steering wheel. That's it. But yeah, very, very rewarding to drive even just that far.
Even just yeah.
That was a bit of a trip. What was that, about a kilometre? Yeah, probably a kilometre.
I do that 15 times.
15? It's more than that.
How many?
50 or 80 or something. Yeah.
Remember I said about the 2 bilge pumps?
Yeah.
Probably need 2.
Mine's are you taking on water?
Oh, it's got no choice when it's covering me.
You didn't plug the holes up in your pods.
No. I'm looking at a hole right now.
Are you fingering it? You should see the spray come off your pods. Oh, well, they're not built to be speedboats, Gibbo. They're built to be,
Fun boat.
that's right, adventure boats. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the old jet boat. She's done pretty good so far. Welcome back to land, Gibbo. How was that?
That was good.
Any issues with your vessel?
Yeah, no, it kept me nice and dry. You know, up out of the water.
Yep.
My pontoons, my wonderful pontoons,
Yep.
just spray water straight into the cabin. Yeah.
Was that full speed on the race?
It was actually.
I got ya.
I thought I had you.
I got
saw
ya.
you putting around. I'm like, nah, I've got
Do you know what I learned? I just go past the valve float and it keeps accelerating.
How's the maiden voyage?
Oh yeah, perfectly dry.
Something bizarre.
Yeah.
What happened, Gibber?
The pods, mate. The pods are an issue. Well, they help in one aspect, helping them stationary, but troublesome under movement.
Hey buddy.
A little bit of spray coming up off them, I seen.
Yeah. Did it look good, but?
Pretty impressive. I like Gibbo's little test drive just to make sure everything was all right before he just headed word out.
Full faith.
Yeah.
Full faith.
We got this.
I don't know. Yeah. I have to seriously address the revs issue to get the peel off, I think.
You reckon? We should have banged the tackle on.
It just gets the valve float and then it
Just can't hear it floating.
and on the way back we're going kick.
Was it?
Yeah, backfire and popping the turn off. Holding 60. Oh well. Wonder how much of the side lift is in. They
Bang
just
it in, mate.
They go in the side, you got the side plate.
No, true. No head off.
Maybe that, a tune, set of points, plugs. Might come good.
Nah, I think it'll be quicker than me, but.
I already am.
Trim.
Trim could go.
Trim. I still have a whole bunch of trim left.
Smashed out of the hole.
Oh, yeah.
Nailed it. Like, gone. When you started counting down, I'm like, oh, we probably should have had like a top speed warm up to it, but anyway, we'll go.
What do you mean?
I knew the jetpack would be quicker out of the hole.
Well, yeah, because I'm dragging fucking 3 other boats next to me.
Which you need for stability.
Yeah. Now you
I
gotta
wonder-
put some points on the end of it or something.
I wonder how fast we've gone. The drive up the first time was best. I was top of the world. I was like, I can't believe we've just built these things and we're driving.
Banging along.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a rocker cover leak. That's a big RPM that's done that.
Was your water coming out warm at all?
Yeah, hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, comes out hot. So it's doing its job. The water system's perfect. Everything's perfect except for the vibration, which I could deal with if I wasn't worried it was going to fly apart. And the engine just does not. It just runs worse and worse the longer you rev it that hard.
I got a big click that happens.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
heard
if it
it.
falls off, it falls off. It's just...
No, I think it's the motor smacking into the.
Oh, maybe because there's no pin on it.
No pin. The wash coming off your pontoons was hilarious. Just smacking you in the face.
I don't know how I'm going to fix it unless I